Now, that'd be the second web episode series that you did, because I didn't realize that Angel of Death, the movie that you did with Zoe Bell, where you play her doctor after she gets stabbed in the head, was a web series, and then they put it into a movie. I thought that was always a movie, and then I saw online, I was like, well, that was 10 episodes of a web series. They smashed into a movie.
Yeah, well, the internet being what it is now, it started as a webisode series with Sony Pictures, or actually Sony Television's Crackle.com, which is a web-based material sort of production arm of Sony. And Angel of Death was kind of an experiment in high picture value, big production value, good-sized budget, made for the web.
And written by a huge comic book guy, Ed Brubaker.
Yeah, Ed Brubaker wrote that, of course. He's a comic book guru, love him dearly, and
responsible for killing Captain America.
Right, well, yeah. He only writes he writes a couple of small things here and there, but he wrote this great story that and again, initially a webisode series, then played on Spike TV, movie of the week. Then a few days later, it came out on DVD. So it had like a triple release kind of a thing. So yeah, you can do a lot more with entertainment now than you used to.
Yeah, definitely, and if it can be successful on the internet, then then it will hopefully be as successful on DVD or later on, like this web series. One last question before you go, because we don't want to keep up too much of your time, because we know you're on the set of a photo shoot right now. What do you do when you're not working on movies? I mean, what do you like to do? I mean, what's your thing to kick back with? I mean, do you have maybe a small band? Do you play video games? What does Doug like to do?
When I'm not doing movie work, I'm still on a lot of the time. I do get a lot of invitations for speaking engagements, either at universities, colleges, makeup schools, acting classes, film schools, and a lot of Christian events as well. Youth groups and entertainers in the Christian world. I often get asked to come and share my story and share my thoughts and whatever experience I might have. And so I do love doing that. I also love doing charity events. Was at one last night, a SAG Awards after party that was benefiting the Red Cross for all the Haiti victims, and then I love doing the convention circuit as well. I love coming out and meeting the fans of the comic book, sci-fi, horror genres. They're really very devout, loyal, wonderful people, and when I come to a convention in their area, that's a great chance for us to meet in person, hug on them. We can sign things and get pictures taken, and there's a lot of love. I don't know anybody who wouldn't want to be loved on like that. So it's a great way for me to say thank you and for us to make contact.
Yeah, and it was definitely an honor, in my opinion, to be able to meet you. At the convention. It was great to be able to, because I knew Kevin so well, to come up to you at the hotel before you got in, because I really hate approaching celebrities, when they're not in the convention, because they just want to get to the hotel room, whatever. But I asked Kevin or whatever, and it was really great to be able to shake your hand and meet you at the hotel before you got involved in the convention. Say it again.
I said it worked out well that I'm not a celebrity.
Oh, but you are.
Well, you're very kind.
You're definitely, because for the longest time I was like, who the hell is that guy? What is that guy? Who is Billy the Zombie? Who is the guy from the Hush episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer? I mean, who is that guy? And then, then after Hellboy came out, you became pretty well known.
Yeah, well, I'm in a weird niche. It's like, I think that any well-knowness about me is more in the vein of like a Boris Karloff or a Lon Chaney from yesteryear, which is kind of I'm really happy to be a part of a movement that's resurging that kind of celebrity, if you will.
Between you and Ron, who's played more creatures, do you think? Ron Perlman?
Ron Perlman. The thing is that Ron Perlman's probably been in makeup with me because of that Beauty and the Beast TV series. When you're on a show,
oh yeah, that's
every
right.
day,
I completely forgot about that.
Days on that, yeah.
And that was 4 seasons, only 2 of which you could actually really want to watch. Hey, I'm sorry. When they killed off Luma Hamilton's character, it became really kind of bad to watch afterwards. It got really weird.
And welcome to that opinion. I don't the show's honestly well enough to remember if I like. I think I liked it all. I don't know. I love Ron. Let me just say that he's like a big brother to me, and so
you should be on his show, Sons of Anarchy, coming up, man.
Well, you've seen me the free testosterone like guys on motorcycles show.
Maybe you could be some type of you could be some type of goofy cook at like some bar that they happen to go to, or some bartender or whatever.
Here you go, like the goofy bartender. I did play a Fight Club captain on an episode of Criminal Minds last season, so
yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
So I guess weirder things have happened.
Yeah, someone recorded it for me, and then I deleted it by accident because they were like, no, Doug Jones was on that. I was like, son of a gun. So plug your book one more time and let us know. You said it's 2011, but when can we start seeing photos of? When can we start seeing photos?
It's a coffee table photo book, and it's called Mime Very Own Book. And it would be the very first time that I've had a book that would be published with my name on it, and that would be Mime Very Own Book by Medallion Press, out in December of 2011, and that should be. We'll revisit the notion of promoting closer to that day. When will there be photos from the book up online, like just sample photos? Yeah, you know what? I think that's going to happen sooner, because the images we've been capturing over the last few days, and we have one more day shooting tomorrow, are so amazingly fantastic that the publisher here, Adam Mott, is he's making thoughts already about greeting cards and postcards and downloadables and the calendar and all kinds of. So there might be something that comes out before the book as the promotion leads up to it.
We can't wait. I mean, it definitely looks unusually weird and cool. And just
so here's what I started in the business as a mime back in Indiana when I was growing up in college, and that's an art form that really helped shape me into the kind of actor that today.
Is that how you paid for college, by miming on the streets?
No. That wouldn't have even paid for my dorm, but to revisit that period of my life now. I'm wearing a white face right now while I'm on the phone with you, with a black jumper and a white striped shirt on, with white gloves and a beret. So to revisit that look and to be very facially and physically expressive as a mime, and all these photos, we've been taking thousands of photos. It's been really kind of touching for me in a weird way to go back home again artistically. So this is really kind of a signature book that a lot of Doug Jones to it. I'm really happy about that.
Well, we definitely look forward to it, Doug, and we do appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to come on with us this late at night, even over in California. So I thank you, and I look forward to seeing you at conventions again. And big love to you and your wife.
Well, hey, thanks so much. And if you haven't seen Legion yet out there in Radioland, go see Legion, even though Chris doesn't care for it that much. And a lot of people do like it, so there. Yeah, it's got some great action in it, and it's a fun little it's a thinker, it's a thought provoker of a storyline, maybe, right? Would you say?
Yes, definitely. But if you don't like Legion, Doug has many other fantastic films out there, like Pan's Labyrinth, which pretty much everything big that he's been in is on DVD. You can find.
And speaking of which, DVD on TV, a show on the FX channel, started Rise of the Silver Surfer just last Monday, and we'll be doing it throughout the rest of the month. I am hosting 3 segments during the airing of that